and gentlemen, articles like this solidifies why they are trying to come up with the selective service for women. And believe me, at the time of war, they're going to come straight to the Black and Latino women because these are the ones that are still reproducing themselves in the country. The white community is in such a bad state these days. They know damn well they can't cart off a huge segment of their people to a war because they are so strung out they can't fight. Okay? And they would be so, they wouldn't even be trying to fight. They'd be stumbling around trying to look for drugs somewhere. Instead of fighting on the battlefield, they'd be looking for drugs, and they know it. Number one, they can't reproduce. They have a low birth rate. Number two, they have a huge problem with suicides. They have a huge problem with drugs. They are a very divided people. This is why you're hearing about rumors of civil war with Antifa and the alt-right. They are very divided. They are probably in the worst state I have ever seen them in. And they probably were always in a bad state, but I just never paid attention to it until really in the last recent years. But this is a prime example on why they are bringing that selective service starting in actually 2018 to start drafting women if the time of war is coming up. And I'm going to show you that time is not that far away. I have an article that I'm going to be doing on North Korea because talks between the United States and North Korea is so badly deteriorated. Everybody now is just anticipating war. Sheriff releases video of passed out couple with baby to show reality of opioid plague. A couple in Florida became grim faces of the opioid plague ravaging their state on Tuesday when police posted video of them passed out in a car, oblivious to the hungry, sweaty baby in the back seat, sitting in a soiled diaper. That is disgusting to do that to a baby. The baby hasn't been fed. The baby is sweating and in a soiled diaper while the parents are up front passed out in the front seat from opioids. Sean Gannon and Kimberly McCaffrey were out cold in the front seat when deputies responding to reports of a suspicious car approached the vehicle in a parking lot of a Circle K convenience store in Deland, Florida, according to a Volusia County Sheriff's Office report. A rap on the roof of the Nissan roused Gannon in his slumber as he sat behind the wheel. Video posted by the department on its Facebook page shows. All right, I'm going to go ahead and play this video, y'all.
There's a baby in there. How's it going? What's up? What are we doing? Alright, what are we doing in the parking lot? Passed out. With the door open and a baby in the back seat. I don't know.
That's a disgrace. You don't even give a shit that you're getting high in front of your baby. This is a disgrace. It really is. Here they are right here. And they clearly, just looking at their sunken in looking faces, you can tell they're junkies. And if you notice, she didn't even respond. She remained passed out during that whole conversation. He was the only one responding, but he was still high as hell. What are we doing in the parking lot passed out with the door open and a baby in the back seat? One of the deputies can be heard saying. I apologize, Gannon replies. While the deputies were questioning the couple, McCaffrey's daughter began crying. And when the mother took the child out of the car seat, it quickly became apparent she had not had her diaper changed in some time. That is disgusting. As the diaper was saturated with fluids and leaking. The report stated, no, too busy spending her money on drugs instead of getting diapers for the baby. That's what she's doing. That's why that diaper was on for so long. The baby appears to be hungry, the deputies wrote in the report. The baby cried and reached for an empty bottle when she observed the bottle. Meanwhile, Kimberly appeared confused and could not identify where she was located. She also had difficulty spelling her own name due to the level of impairment caused by the drug. McCaffrey, 34, she looks a hell of a lot older than some 34, was arrested for child neglect. Well, what about the drug charges? Police also said they found plastic baggies with white residue in her left front pocket that yield a presumptive positive for the presence of opiates. Gannon, 33, was arrested for driving with a suspended license. Wow. These people really didn't care about that baby at all. After police noticed the key was still in the ignition. After deputies spotted track marks on Gannon's arms, they discovered as spent syringe. So he had a bunch of used up syringes in his front pocket that tested positive for the presence of opiates. The report stated he was then charged with possession of drug paraphernalia, hoping to find a place for the baby girl who was about 8 months. Oh my God, 8 months old. And this is what oh my God. Deputies contacted McCaffrey's mother, who advised she had been down this road with Kimberly too many times and refused to take custody of the baby. That's her grandbaby. That's her grandbaby. You hear a white grandmother, and this is why so many of them are in foster care, ladies and gentlemen. This white grandmother is refusing to take her granddaughter. 8 months old, she's refusing. And that's why so many of these white babies and kids are in foster care, because these white people that claim they are so close and bonded and they got each other's back, you see how they're doing these children? And this is one of many, because the foster care system is bustling with white children. And, before it was always a lot of black children in there, a high number of black children, but now these white kids have long outpaced the black children in foster care because of the drug problem. All right, so the grandmother has refused to take her 8-month-old granddaughter, who really is not responsible for what has happened, but you see the deal here, right? The girl is now with the local child services agency. This is not the first time law enforcement has posted graphic photos and videos of passed out drug users on the internet in an attempt to get people to take the crisis seriously. Last year, police in East Liverpool, Ohio, I remember doing that story, posted images of a couple passed out from overdoses sitting in a van with a child in the back seat. This type of video is a dose of reality all of us are facing in the opioid plague. Volusia County Sheriff spokesman Andrew Gant said, the child is an innocent victim of it. Hopefully, this is the first day of a better life for her. Wow. Wow, y'all. This is some jacked up mess to do to yourself. And the sad part is they don't give a damn about doing drugs in front of their kids and passing out. They don't care. They'll do it right in front of their toddlers, their babies. I've even posted videos of a couple that was passed out on their front porch as their toddler son was crying and crying out of control. They don't care. Please leave your comment and subscribe. And if you can, make a donation to my channel, please do. And I really do deeply appreciate those of you that have made donations. And please don't forget about the Teespring 12 Tribes of Israel shirt that is still out there on sale. Peace, family.